Find the greatest common factor, or a GCF, of 20 and 45. Now, the greatest common factor is the greatest factor that's in common with both numbers. It's just like the name says. So what you have to do is you have to factor each number and then figure out what they have in common. So let me factor this 20. I know it's 2 times 10, so we have a prime here, and 10 is 2 times 5. And then this 45, it's 9 times 5. 5 is prime, and this 9 is 3 times 3. So now those are the prime factors. We have 225 for 20, and then 335 for 45. Now the greatest common factor, we use what's called a Venn diagram. Now a Venn diagram is used to show relationships between two numbers. And say if this is 20 here and this is 45 here, you have the part that's 20 by itself, you have the part that's 45 by itself, and then you have the part in the middle that's shared between the two. So let's take a look at the 20 and see if there are factors that it has just by itself. It's 225, and 45 does not have any 2, so that means for the 20, 2, 2. And the 5 is in common with both, and then 3, 3, that's just for the 45. So the greatest common factor is this part that's shared. It's common to both. So it's just 5. And that's it. Now, there's another way to do this where you list all the factors. So 1 is a factor of 20, 2, 4, 5, 10, 20. And those are all factors of 20. And all this is just the different possibilities, like 1 times 20, 2 times 10, 4 times 5. Those are the different ways you can make 20. Let's look at 45. You have a 1, a 3, 5, 9, 15, 45. So those are all the factors of 45. Only one besides 1 that they have in common is 5. That's the greatest common factor. So this is the second way to do it, by just listing all the factors. Now for me personally, I like using the Venn diagram and prime factorization. It's easier because you don't have to try and think of all the different ways to multiply to create the numbers. You know, thinking of all the ways to get 20, you might miss some, and then you might miss your greatest common factor. Like if you forgot to put 5, you wouldn't have anything except for this 1 here. So you can use whatever method you want, but I would recommend the Venn diagram method. Either way, your greatest common factor of 20 and 45 is 5.